Break down Super Bowl 49 in much greater detail next week in our Super Bowl preview show from Glendale, Arizona. But right now, some early thoughts on the Seahawks-Patriots matchup. And the question I always like to ask is what the teams did in the championship games in the conference, will they be able to do come Super Bowl Sunday? Like, will the Patriots be able to hit those quick passes, those open passes right off the bat? Will the Seahawks fall behind the way they did against Green Bay?
Well, Seattle Seahawks are going to continue to do exactly what they do. They're going to run the ball, and they're going to play one high. That's what they're going to do, cover three. New England, they do something different every single week. So we don't know what they're going to do.
Right.
I know you talked about earlier they're going to throw 1,000 short passes, but I'm leaning on, Blunt. I'm going to see what he's going to do, if he's going to carry us this week.
Well, there's a couple things. First off, let's revisit something we started to show. We miss Boomer. I don't miss him. Do you miss him?
It's been kind of quiet.
I mean, it's been kind of quiet.
It's been going smooth.
It's been going smooth. There we go. Well, what's he doing today anyway? You know what? I don't care. But, things, talking about the game, things that, I remember that game in 2012, and I think it's going to resemble a lot what we're going to see here in this one, too. And don't you think that they're going to keep Russell Wilson in the pocket?
Absolutely.
If he wants to throw it, he's going to have to throw it from inside there and make it happen. That's not something they do a lot of, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I can see him doing exactly what Green Bay did, trying to play tight coverage on the receivers and make Russell Wilson have to make a throw and try to stop Marshawn Lynch. It's going to be about who can stop the run in this game. Brandon mentioned LeGarrette Blount. New England's running the ball also. Lacey has some success. That's going to be something that New England's got to be watching and saying, we got to have a running game. But I'm sure that defense, of Seattle is looking at it like, hold on, we're going to have to stop LeGarrette Blount. And that's about coaching. I mean, we talking about this game is about coaching and the players.
It's going to be a great game.
2 weeks of preparation for New England, 2 weeks of preparation for Pete Carroll. I'm sure we're going to see some wrinkles here and there from both teams, but both teams are going to do what they do. They're going to be consistent on what we saw all season, from these two teams. I think there was a point in the season when we all looked up and, knew these two teams would be in the Super Bowl.
Except what does New England do? Because one week they look one way and another week they look another way. They change up maybe as much, if not more, than any other team.
Well, that's one of the reasons why they've had such great success over the years, that they got a team that can adapt to anything. That's how he has got this team. That's how he's coached it. He has so many players that can play multiple roles on the team, so that helps him a lot, too. I know this. We were laughing about it just before we came on. New England's going to come out there and shift and go in motion, all these people. What's Seattle going to do? They're going to sit there and go, come on, snap the ball. Because they're not going to be chasing people all around like most teams do against the Patriots. So that's going to be interesting to watch also.
I'm really looking forward to Seattle's offense versus New England's defense. We talked about this earlier. Coach McDaniels is not Coach Belichick, but I know they come from the same background. So when I played with Coach McDaniels, he said it every single week when we played against a quarterback that ran. He said, I want my DNs to go to 8 yards and sit at that spot. Don't let them out. So he's not going to get outside that pocket at all this week. Next week.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to Russell Wilson sitting in that pocket and really getting it done, inside those tackles.
Yeah, but we say that every week. Teams are not going to let Russell Wilson do this. Everyone knows when Russell Wilson drops back, he's going to spin back to his left side.
Him in the pocket the whole game.
Who's going to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, well, there you go. Okay.
This team,
And
these
moving
Belichick teams.
You want to know why Ed Reed's one of the great ones? He's got an answer for
He does.